Alright guys, so not bad. Alright guys, so what we're gonna get into today, the dump truck, I'm not kind of just got it here and just started using it some around the house and stuff, but we're gonna do some stuff I need to do. Like I've talked about before, whenever you get a vehicle that hadn't ran in a while, or these older vehicles in general, they just they're better built, can take more beating, but old timers especially are always, they were built better back in the day. Yes, they were. I'm not going to disagree. They were built better back in the day. Although they do take a little bit more love in time. Newer cars are literally made to hop in and drive every single day, and then after 100,000 miles they're starting to spend some money. You know what I mean? That's just how it is, and that's what the world's like. The world's gotten to the point where people don't work on stuff. They just kind of drive it until they trade it in, or they drive it until they sell it and buy something else. They don't want to keep things that is cheaper and older, and you just got to work on more. They'd rather just keep moving forward. Anyways, rant over. What I'm gonna do today is something that I do with all my vehicles. I just believe in it. I'm gonna do some plugs, a new oil filter, new oil, and a seafoam treatment. And I'm gonna put it in the gas tank. I ain't gonna do the crazy stuff where you spray it and all that junk. Just put it in the gas tank. Highly suggest if you buy a vehicle, and it is not something that has been driven a whole lot recently, or something that you just kind of are not gonna drive it much, you definitely want to do this kind of stuff, because when it's done, you ain't gotta worry about it being done again, and you'll just be happier. So and while I'm doing this, I don't know if you've heard in other videos, you can hear some squelching sounds. Pretty sure that is either I got a belt out of alignment, or I got a pulley going bad, something like that. So I'm gonna check it out and see if I can figure it out, just because I'm already in there, and I feel like I'm gonna need to fix that. But let's go. I guess we will start with the most easiest thing. Pour some seafoam in here. It's I think this thing is, I've got it set to the driver's side tank, because it's got dual tanks and you switch, so pretty easy. Just pour it in here, no big deal. I mean, you can use too much of this stuff, but I don't know if I believe in that. A little's better than nothing, you know what I mean? So like this one is, I think it's for every add 1 ounce per gallon. Yeah, so that was something like that. That was an ounce, I don't know. Okay, so that's done. Whew, that was a hard one. I'm exhausted, better go to bed now. Okay, now let's get into some funner stuff. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this oil draining, because how can we working on the plugs while it's still draining out some? I'm also gonna try to maybe look over the hydraulic system on it, just so I've kind of got a better idea how it's working. This channel's about me kind of figuring things out, and y'all are doing it with me. I like to figure out how things tick, I guess you could say. Okay, yep, y'all can see me. I don't need them underneath there. It's quite cool this morning. Actually, this is the first time I've been underneath this thing since I bought it. I guess I could show y'all what it looks like underneath here. Underneath a mint C70. We got new brake lineage. Heck yeah. It looks like a newer caliper too. Phew, boys. on both sides. Dang. Like I said, this, I mean, I think he took care of this thing somewhat. Leakage, honestly, I think that rear main's leaking, but other than that, I don't think the front looks great. A lot of this wetness is from the power steering. There's something power steering, I believe, but I've got brake fluid as well to maybe do like a brake fluid flush, but I don't know, them lines and caliper look new enough that I kind of don't think it might need it, but it looks disgusting. I don't know, either way. Okay, there's, as you see, there's the filter. It's a Napa. There's the filter and there's the plug. So yeah, let me get y'all settled in here. There you are. And y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, sorry, I got Facebook messages from for what's about to come to the channel soon. I know that's probably giving away some stuff, but just hold on with me. I appreciate y'all still watching, those who do watch. These videos are fun. It kind of keeps me up to par with things I'm doing, and you know, definitely check out other videos if y'all want to. Don't just focus on one of them. They're all pretty cool. I mean, I think they do. Oh man, not 16th. I'm usually not the best, I will admit, at guessing sizes of oh, I better get that thing underneath here, of sockets, but I've been on one. I would have probably had more done today if I had a buddy call me or text me at about I don't know, probably about 5:30. Said, you up? No, that's not what he said. He said, you wouldn't happen to be up, would you? And I said, well, actually I am. And he said, cool, because I'm broke down right down the road. So I literally, you find out who your friends are. Yeah, you do. You find out they can be like Jared, who will luckily be awake at 5:30 in the morning on a Saturday and will come help you fix your truck. But funny long story, this is kind of what I meant in some of my videos about diagnosing things. I was like, it's got fuel, because it's showing it was lean. It was a 96 Toyota. It's showing a lean on bank 1, and all the sensors were showing lean on bank 1. So he's kind of like, well, I was kind of like, that's weird. So I started looking at coil packs and and he kept on saying he thought it had to do with fuel, and I was like, I mean, it definitely probably can do with fuel, but wow, there's a lot of gunk on that thing. Definitely can do with fuel, but I don't know. Let's just kind of, does it got fuel? And he's like, yeah. I was like, let's check the fuel lines. And he thinks it's fuel filter. Replace the fuel filter. I don't fix it. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, I don't know, man. This is weird. I really feel like it ain't got fuel. Crazy enough, we put a new fuel pump in it. While he takes it off, he's like, I was like, does it got fuel? Yeah, it's got fuel. It looks in the tank. Okay, cool. But he looks in there. It says it has fuel. It's like, I trust you. We keep moving. Put the new fuel pump on. Still don't run. What the heck, man? This is weird. It's not running, and it's got a new fuel pump, and it wasn't. And I said, well, let's see if it's getting fuel up top. Still wasn't getting fuel. And I was like, well, that don't make sense. I'd already checked to see if there was voltage at the plug-in. There was. So I said, well, let me look at this fuel pump again, because I didn't put it in. He put it in. I take that thing off. He is dry as a bone on fuel. And that is what I mean by working on other people's stuff. I mean, dad blame it. I mean, let's just take it step by step and Just make sure of everything, and people get in a hurry. This oil is very, 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 very black, and I don't know. It don't smell good. It smells like it might have a little bit of fuel in it. But it could just be from where it sat so long, and I did put a lot of that. I know this sounds gross, but let me put my fingers in it and get more. Okay. Maybe that was just what was on the. Yeah, it ain't near as bad. That was just what was on the. You know what I mean, drain plug. I'll be back. I'll probably edit this out. Okay. Still draining? Yep, still draining. Okay. Man, I should have got something in there. Do my oil filter while I was in there. Yeah, there's a lot of gunk on that thing, but it's one of them magnet plugs. They're pretty cool. A lot of vehicles don't have it because you really shouldn't get that much metal shavings in your in your oil pan, but it happens. It's pretty dark, so like this is what I was saying. I don't know when the last thing when you get a new vehicle, even if you buy like a pretty new vehicle, they can say it's got a new oil change. We've always got a new oil change, but it's changed oil in it. You don't know that. You don't know if they're lying or what type of oil they used. Or, I mean, don't get me wrong, oil really don't matter as long as you keep up on your oil change. I feel like, I mean, your additives is what matter the most, but just change your oil. It's so cheap. Like, I don't get it. I'm gonna go in there. Let's go in there and get some. I'll take you with me. Let's get some. We'll get our oil filter pliers. And a little update. I got everything in for the rear end. So that video will be coming out here soon. It was a little hard to get the bearings. They actually had to order them. But yeah, that video will be coming soon. I'm just kind of being lazy with it because I can do it anytime, and it's kind of getting cold. Whoops a daisy. Cold weather, so I'm really not in a hurry about it. But the C70 actually is a the motor it's in is a 366, and the 366 actually that's in this thing is not the same one that is in pickups and stuff like that. It's actually got a taller deck, which is for some reason. I mean, there's a reason behind it. I read somewhere they was talking about the compression is better suited for these vehicles with a taller deck, and that's the main reason. But I don't understand that, because why wouldn't they just do a whole different motor? There's a fuel filter if I ever need to change it. So yeah, I don't really understand that, but whatever. Let's see here, let's y'all see what I'm doing. Can y'all see the fuel filter? Yep. I don't know what y'all can see. Whatever, you're gonna look at me, is what you're gonna look at. Okay, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So I'll probably need to go bigger here. Grab and twist. Oh well. Grab and twist. Grab and twist. And grab and twist. And grab and twist. And grab and twist. And grab and twist. Go. These things are awesome. Been needing to buy one of them for years, and I was at a yard sale. If you don't know, I like to yard sale. I don't care if you think it's weird. Yard sale and a garage sale is what America was built on. Buying cheap things and people selling cheap things that they don't need no more, making their money back. That's what I live for. can't get the mic to stay where I want it to, so I'll put it right there. So 10 out of 10 when you're starting out with a garage, or even if you've already got a garage and you just need a tool. If it's something you need, you know, obviously go buy it. But if it's something that you just kind of have been thinking about buying, definitely just go to yard sales and things like that, and you can find some pretty crazy good deals on tools. And you can always find these guys who are just basically all they do is sell tools. Oh man, this thing's making a mess. Just get it off. Quit talking. Yep, there it is. All over the crossbar. Sway bar? Yeah, sway bar. Look at that. High five. I am gonna pre-fill this oil filter. If you can pre-fill one, always pre-fill it. I know some way that oil filters, some locations that you send them impossible, or you don't really feel like you need to, because certain vehicles, the way they're designed, you just don't think they do. But always do it if you can. It really cannot hurt anything. I don't believe in the whole, you know, like it's bad. If you don't, over time it'll ruin your motor. I don't know if I believe in all that, because obviously they wouldn't, depending on when it was made, they wouldn't think people were that smart enough to always pre-fill. But they could be. This thing is disgusting. I need to clean it from me touching it with my greasy hands. There's a rock in my back. One day I will build a garage. I promise you that. Or at least a concrete pad with like a lift. Just a lift, honestly. I don't even, you know what I mean? That might be one of the projects we get into. I might put a lift in the ground. I don't even pour concrete, you know what I mean? Would it be weird if I mean, I don't really care. Would it be cool if deep impact garage, right? So deep impact garage, dig. What if I dug a holes and put in a lift just with some concrete around, you know, a little small area, and had a lift on grass? Would that be crazy? Maybe. I don't care. I think it'd be awesome. A lift's a lift, you know what I mean? That's the way I see it. Lift is a lift. Can y'all see? I can't see if y'all can see. If y'all can see. Yeah, sure you can see. All right, so now that my hands have been soaking in oil long enough to catch fire next time I light candles, let's get on to, and I wanted to show y'all, you know, them jugs I got from Walmart they were cheap, you know, cheap oil. I wonder if the reason they're cheap is because the plastic was junk. They leaked. So this is the oil that we'll be putting in. It is Rotella 15W40. That's what it says that this motor calls for. This is the same thing. I just poured it into a different jug, but we will be using a Wix filter. I strongly like Wix filters. I believe in them. They're old school, and they're just as good quality. They're one of them filters that you're not buying a piece of crap, but they're still good. I also think, yeah, they're still made. In America, and not only America, they're made in Gastonia, North Carolina. So that's a big reason. Since I am a North Carolinian, I do believe that I think that I should stick to that. I think that's just kind of cool. That it's, you know, it's right down the road basically from where I live, and you know, helping jobs. I think that's something cool. But I mean, I know they got plants probably other places, but I don't care. That's cool to me. So we're gonna put that up in there, twist her on. Maybe. Oh, what am I doing? We ain't even pre-filling. What did I just tell y'all? We gotta pre-fill. Crazy. I told you all that. I don't know why you're trying to get away from having to pre-fill it. Dummies. No, I'm just kidding. That's my bad. I was sitting there putting it in. I was thinking, I was like, dang, this thing's light compared to the other one. I was like, oh, yeah, probably because it's not got no oil in it. Okay, let's see. Another reason to pre-fill is you got all them filters in there, and you know, not only is it nice to go ahead and fill it up so that way when it's pumping, it ain't pumping for like a few seconds dry because it's all going in the filter. You got all them, I guess the the microns and stuff, or not microns, but the fibers and stuff that are in the filter itself. It soaks up that oil, so it makes it where that when it's already wet, so it's gonna be filtering off the rip. Oh, that's a lot. So I mean, see, I pour it in there and it goes straight down because it's building it up. Do it one more time. It should be full. Okay, that's good. Now, I don't know if y'all ever done a Dodge before, and I might do a YouTube video. I'm not big on YouTube videos about regular maintenance on stuff. Just because I just don't think that's interesting. I think that's something that everybody, not should be doing, but could be doing already. What is that wire in that way? Okay. All right. So she's spinning on. Okay. So. Okay. Hand tight, by the way. That's how I do it. I'll twist it until I can't twist it no more with my hand. See that? That's all I got. And I will go back one time, just once, not twice, just once, one single time. Well, maybe not, maybe more than once. I'm just kidding. Okay, one time. Okay, that's tight. You see what I'm saying? See, I mean, I know you're supposed to go hand tight, but for me, hand tight, if I just do one, it kind of gives me like oh, okay. It's tighter than I could even put it on my hand, so surely that's tight enough. All right, so that's done. Let's get see how small, see the magnet at the end of it, and it was caked up. We're just gonna put our finger in the tote of oil. All right. And then we're gonna put her in there. Quit magnet. Yeah, the rear main on this thing's definitely leaking. It's coated pretty good, which is fine. You know, it's just one of the things you're gonna have a leaking main on. I mean, I know people that run with a leaking main on a LS cars forever and just never fix it. Just yeah. I'm not gonna torque that because it wasn't that tight at all when I took it off. Like, I know that right there is tighter than it was. All right, so we're done down here. The reason why some people will, well, yeah, we're done here. Okay, now let's go up top and let's check out these plugs. I guess I'll probably have to lay that down. Check out these plugs and the pulley, and then we'll add oil to it, then we might take it down the road. Another good thing to do is the reason why I do my filter last when it comes to an oil change, like I go ahead and drain the oil, then I do oil, because I want to see what's coming out of the oil filter. Like, I want to see the stuff and sediment that's at the very bottom. This thing was pretty dirty already, and I knocked a bunch of stuff off whenever I did that. But you can see right here, here's a couple strands of, looks like gasket that might have just been I guess maybe when they did change the oil pan gasket at one time, some discoloration here in the oil. That just shows where it's got some, yeah, right there. That's just where it's drying out, but some of that discoloration, you can tell that's where you got like maybe a little bit of something mixing with it, but maybe some oil with it. But it don't look too bad. It's pretty dark, but it ain't milky at all. So that's the main thing I was looking at to not have. But yeah, so let's pull this out of the way. Okay, let's get that cap and let it keep draining for a little bit longer. And let's pop this hood. Everybody has a choice on what plugs they go with. Me personally, I'm more of a NGK guy. I just think they're good plugs. I've never had a problem with them. So that's kind of what I got. But I mean, everything's fine. AC Delco, I like AC Delco as well. AC Delco is good stuff. But goodness, I can't lift the hood. I'm gotten weak. Maybe use both hands. What do y'all think? Oh yeah, there's just took both of them. Okay. Let's throw y'all up here and be my co-pilots. This is gonna be awesome. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all what where they're at, and probably do a little bit of a time lapse here because I ain't talking to you fools while I do this. All right, see you in a little bit. I wasn't gonna do a time lapse. I was gonna, but I didn't. Just to give y'all an update. How lucky we just got because of a design of a spark plug. I don't even know how that happens, dude. You see that? Snapped her off right in there. They were tight in there. Tight. So I'm probably gonna run some, oh, there it went. See, the AC Delcos, that's what they had in there. Sweet. I'm probably gonna run, I mean, look at that. I don't even know what year. You can actually look up the part numbers on spark plugs and see what years they were made. I don't know the way to do it. I just know you can do it that way. So AC Delco R45T. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look that old, but for that to snap, and I don't even know how it would have snapped because it was all the way in there. So whatever. That's awesome. That's cool. But we're gonna keep going. I'll keep you updated. Thank you. All right, guys. So knocked out all the spark plugs on the C70. I did end up breaking one of the new ones. I got it out and I thought I saw a crack in it, and I just said, maybe it's not a crack, maybe I'm crazy. But I think it was a crack because it did break. So I did end up just one of the best ones that came out of it. Hey guys. So I didn't video me or time lapse or anything just because y'all know how to put plugs in. It's never easy. It really just depends on the vehicle. You know, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not that hard. Sometimes you're contemplating selling a vehicle. This was one that was contemplating doing it another day. Let's put it that way. It wasn't horrible, but I feel like every vehicle I ever work on when it comes to anything, but especially spark plugs, there's always that one side. There's always the one side that just didn't. The engineers just did not hit it the way they should have. And the driver's side was that on this side. The back one you have to lay down, and I mean, luckily I'm 6'1" and I got some long arms, so you have to lay down and you stretch, and you can barely get it in right there. I believe that is the clutch pedal. I believe that's the clutch pedal, and as you see, it's on it. So that was kind of aggravating. The rest of them was not the easiest, but wasn't too bad. driver's side or passenger side, super duper easy. Everything knocked it out pretty quick. I did lose my dipstick, so when I add oil to it, I'm going to have to kind of count how many gallons or quarts to put in. I know it's supposed to take like, I think 6.5 quarts, so I'll just have to kind of make sure I put in the right amount. And I will probably just use another dipstick out of something else to check it. And I mean, oil's oil, as long as it's got some, you know, right? I mean, I drive a truck for a living, and I was told that by an old diesel mechanic that how much oil does it need? Does it got some on the stick? Yeah, okay, it's good. Roll with it. Quit being a pansy. I'm serious. Quit being a pansy. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do with this. I mean, this is basically a big truck, you know. I mean, 28 or no, 29,000. I think that's what it grossing. So I mean, good thing I got a CDL. Anyways, yeah. So we got that. Gonna put some oil in. While I was at it, I was kind of like, see that these were AC Delcos. But yeah, while I was at it, that's the one that cracked. That's real cool. So probably gonna end up taking that back and see if they'll give me a warranty on it. So I was at it, I was like, you know what, I got some AC Delcos for this thing because they didn't have any, they would have to order the NGK, so I was like, whatever, so we'll put it in there. I did figure out maybe why it's not running absolutely perfect to a T. This plug is different, and this thing had all champions, some old school champions too. That's a good look. That's a cool looking spark plug. I might keep a couple of these. I like spark plugs. But that one was an auto light, which is really cool because I actually have an auto light display case. Yeah, display case for like a counter display case. It would be at a shop or something like that from probably like I think it's like a 80s, late 70s, somewhere around there. So I actually will probably put this in there because I have no spark plugs in it. I just got some bulbs in it. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep that and probably keep the other one. Anyways, yeah, so that's kind of weird to me. The only thing I can think of is either he was having some problems with it and he changed that out because maybe he thought it was a plug and it wasn't the plug, and then he was like, well, maybe it's the wire, and I don't know. But it does kind of got me worried because I'm kind of thinking like, well, maybe he thought he had a dead cylinder, but I've not been able to feel that or tell it. So what I'm thinking of, I'm gonna crank this thing up, run it for a little bit, and to see if I can feel some heat coming off of it, because if you got a dead cylinder, it's not gonna build no heat on that cylinder itself. So that's a good way to tell. Like you can get some water and spray it on your header and see if this one's running fine, obviously it's gonna steam right off. If this one's not running good, it'll drip down. That's just like a easy way to figure that out. So I'm gonna add some oil to this, and well, I guess we'll go on that side. I'm gonna add some oil to this and then crank it and mess with it for a little bit. But and I might mess with the Dodge. Or no, dad blame it. I'm losing it today. I might mess with the with the Chevy Luv. I don't think I'll mess with this too much. I just kind of really want to know if that's the case, and I really want to know what them plugs did, because these plugs didn't look too bad really. I think right there it is. These plugs didn't look bad at all, but man, the ones on the Luv were much needed. Much needed. Let's set y'all right here. Y'all can watch me spill oil everywhere. Oh man. The Luv though obviously was easy. Anything 4-banger is cakewalk to add oil to. I never have any issues with anything like that. So now I will say though, the front, I don't know the orientation of them things, but the front cylinder on the Luv, that spark plug was actually quite loose, and so was the spark plug for the. Now I'll never understand how they just decide to put things places. It really makes no sense to me why you'd put that thing directly under. I think what we're going to start with first is, I believe I'm going to try to fill the gallon jug I have out of this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna fill this gallon jug I have. I don't know why I put gloves on, considering my hands are disgusting. So that should be, we'll probably be sitting right at we'll be sitting right at 8 quarts. It says 8 to 10. That first one I fill about to the brim, but these things don't go to the brim at all. So I'd say we're probably gonna be sitting all over 8, maybe even more than that. So, like I said, I gotta order some new dipstick. Honestly thought I already had. So, and I can't find it, but whatever. Well, hey, it's part of it. Can't be perfect. Can't be perfect. Okay. Either way, like I said earlier, that's a lot of oil. I mean, our diesels, you know, they're supposed to, I can't even remember how much they're supposed to have, and if you don't, it ain't that big a deal that if they're a little low, especially just something like this. I'm not going to California in the dang thing. I'm just driving around, and I'll check it again. I'm not gonna just go do a job, you know, drive all the way to Hickory with it before getting a dipstick and checking it. This is just to see how them spark plugs are working, see if it made a difference. I'm really curious if it made a difference on how it's gonna fire off, just because it's just because I don't know, it didn't fire off bad. It's just last couple times I've tried to crank it, it just didn't really want to. So I'm very curious. Make sure I got everything. I don't want to crank it and she starts yelling at me. And not to mention, this is kind of me. I'm also trying to figure out if I can find what's making that sound. Especially since I gotta go get another stupid spark plug. I'd rather when I go up there be like, ask them for a pulley or if I need one or whatever. So, all right. Probably hear some dogs howling when I do this, but okay. Where's the keys? Oh, wait. Okay, where's the keys? Oh. I do that now. Okay. That is Cole National key. That's cool. Okay. Let's just give her a little fire off just to see. Like I said, just curious. I'm gonna pull the choke on her. Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's better. That's been so much better. I'm definitely thinking it's just by the sound. I'm definitely thinking it's this one. Oh, it sounds so much better. Oh my word. That's what spark plugs can do. I mean, it didn't even look bad. Yeah. I believe that's the problem. I believe it's this pulley. Probably could use a whole new one, honestly. Yeah, I believe I can definitely hear it. I mean, I might look and see how much a new one is. Okay, we're happy. We're not mad. Give it a little rump. Yeah, cut it off. That's what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. I mean, that's what I wanted, to cut it off. That's why, see, this is one of them new vehicles that you can do automatic cut off by trying to hit the gas pedal. Yeah, idiots. I can't believe y'all thought I didn't mean to do that. All right. Okay, well that's all. That makes me feel better, because I was really hoping it was a power steering pulley or a alternator pulley. So, all right, so that's it for her. Dipstick, figure that out. New plug. Okay, now moving on to it. Okay, so I might run this thing up and down the road real quick, just because I like driving it. It's fun. So, oh, I can actually, because I've been working on the tail lights on this thing. Because the tail lights on it are well, funky. To be honest with you, I think, I don't know. I went to O'Reilly's, tried to get some tail lights for it. They gave me the wrong ones. I'm kind of thinking they gave me the ones that, I'm not. They didn't give me anything. I'm lying to y'all. They gave me plugs, or not plugs, bulbs that wasn't exactly what I asked for. Okay, let's just beside the point. Okay, still amazed at this thing. Okay, I gotta pat the gas a second. I mean, it's been a minute since I cranked it. Huh. Weird. It might just because this thing don't drive. That's very odd. It's very odd. Why is it not? Kind of odd it's not firing off. Okay, let's see what's going on now. What'd y'all do? Did y'all mess something up? Okay, plug in, plug not in. Okay, that could have been it. That could have been it. Oh, I can't really tell if that one was in or not. It felt like it wasn't in. It is now. That one's definitely in. Let me try it again. If not, let me pop that bowl. Yeah, let me pop the bowl if it's not. Golly, the steering wheel on this thing's so small. Okay, let me pop the bowl. This is getting weird here. She should have fired off by now. Unless, like I said, it's been 3 weeks now. It doesn't look to believe there's any fuel in that thing. Oh yeah, there is. I'm about to lose it. That's what I mean by getting an older vehicle. You're gonna have to mess. You're gonna have to tinker. Well, she don't smell horrible, so That's weird. Okay, let me get a little bit of nose candy. I can't wait to get this bumper off this thing and get the other one on there. It just looks disgusting. The one that's on it now. Look at there. She just needed somebody to say, I love you. That's all she needed. She just needed somebody to say, I love you. Okay, I didn't say I love you enough, I guess. So, there is that. Okay, that's weird. Let's do it again. This time, how about we run? Yeah. How about we run how we're supposed to? That would be really cool. See, now the weird thing is, I know I just added fuel to it, but it's kind of acting like it's out of fuel. So the way it's acting is, that's just gonna piss me off. I don't understand it. I didn't know this thing had a, that's pretty cool. It's got a no clutch start. That's pretty dope. Let me just let it idle. I don't, trying to watch the pulse of the fuel pump. See, it don't just do a constant stream. It's gonna go ding, ding, because it builds up, shoots it, builds up, shoots it, builds up, shoot it. Now there's the high idle. That's it. That's it getting warmed up and kind of the motor's telling the carburetor, hey, I need more. I need to get warmed up. Look at that. I don't think y'all can see it. That's like a 57 Chevy. Sharp. Doing the same thing it's been doing. Is see, it starves out if you get onto it too much. That thing's getting hot. This thing right here. Woo! I will say that's weird. These floats ain't shutting. Maybe she's just cold natured, that's all I know. She's drawing now at least. I'll stomp it and she'll lose it for a second, she'll catch it. It wasn't doing that before, so maybe it is, just takes a second because down, just idling. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. I know it was a weird video. It's gonna have, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Appreciate y'all watching. I really do. Appreciate you helping me with the C70. I know it was a weird video, like I said, but it's what it is. It's kind of what it is sometimes. Got a lot done today. A lot more than I expected. I didn't even expect to do anything with the Luv, but I just kind of was already in the mood putting spark plugs. I was like, well, we'll just do it. I'm gonna go eat, take a shower, maybe go hang out with the fam for a while. Appreciate y'all watching, and Deep Impact Garage, I really appreciate, guys. I really appreciate y'all watching, and all the good comments in person, and on some of the videos. It means a lot. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. But you have a good rest of your week, and I'll see y'all next time. See ya.